Hello, this is Andrea Gisman, and we're no longer doing Mommy to Be time, we're doing Mommy I Am time. Today I'm going to talk to you about quick recovery for C-section. We're going to talk about psychological, physical, and spiritual ways that you can take care of yourself right after you get a C-section. Well, this is what I did, and it worked for me. Basically, right after you have a C-section, you're going to be going through a whirlwind of emotions. And I had the baby blues like the first week. It's not postpartum depression, but I had more like I was down and I was like kind of out of it and just kind of overwhelmed with having a baby all over me all the time. So what I did was basically, first of all, psychologically, I called a lot of my girlfriends that had C-sections, asked them questions like how long do I have to take my Vicodin and my Advil, and what do I need to do and whatnot and whatnot. Any questions that I didn't have the doctor answer for me when I was getting discharged from the hospital, I called my girlfriends, and just for support. And also, as far as time with my husband went, I just basically told him, hey, you know what, I need a little bit more one-on-one time. So we kind of planned it like when the baby's sleeping, like right now, we should be spending time together and talking about things. So those are two really important things that I did. Physically, this is the number one thing. I think that women have like a lot of their self-esteem wrapped up into their bodies, of course. It's just kind of the way it goes. So the quicker that you can start working on your body, the better. When you're in the hospital, they're not going to let you get out of bed when you have a C-section for like 12 hours. But as soon as you can, get out, because it's going to be very painful and you're going to have to walk to the bathroom and come back. But the sooner that you get out of the bed, the sooner your recovery of starting to walk begins. So when I came home from the hospital, I just started walking right away. Now I wasn't like running or sprinting or anything, but I was slowly walking every day. And now it's day 20, baby's 20 days old. I'm basically up to like walking 3 miles, which I think has made a world of difference because one, I get to leave the house, and hopefully you'll be able to do that too if your husband or your partner or maybe your mom can watch the baby while you get away and go to the gym. If you can't do that, get out your stroller, okay? And right when she goes down for a nap, put her in the stroller. We'll feed her first, of course. Put her in the stroller and push the stroller up a hill or down the block or something. You need to get out of the house. It's going to make you crazy staying in the house all day long, and especially the first week because you're just like overwhelmed. The other thing that I highly recommend is go to bed really early. I go to bed at 8 o'clock and I get up about 8 o'clock. So that gives me 12 hours to basically sleep and get woken up by the baby. That's better than going to bed at like, I don't know, 10 and waking up at 6, because then you only get 8 hours, and you think about it, you're constantly woken every 2-3 hours to feed the baby anyway. So the longer you sleep, the better. Spiritually, basically for me is, I had a really hard time the first week kind of like bonding with my baby because I was everything was totally new, and I was just trying to learn how to breastfeed and change her diaper and, you know, do all these things you need to do when you have a newborn. And so it was kind of hard for me to just really connect with her. Expect that, that's kind of normal. The second week you'll have a little bit more time to just kind of look at her when she's sleeping and, you know, see how precious she is. And that really makes a difference because it shows all the work that you've put in the past 9 months. So those are basically, you know, my major tips. I cannot stress enough about the fitness. I worked out all the way up until the day before I gave birth, which really made a difference. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm having a C-section, all my workout, it's going to go in vain. But it didn't go in vain because I was able to go back to walking and not being totally tired and physically exhausted. So if you look at your fitness this way, okay, you're working out all the way through your pregnancy, you're dealing with nausea, you're dealing with being tired, you're dealing with, you know, different hormones shooting back and forth within your body. After dealing with that for 9 months, it's kind of like the same thing when you give birth, because you're still tired because you're not getting any sleep, your hormones are still going crazy because you're breastfeeding. But if you push through that and just think of it like you did when you were pregnant, then you can do it. It's mind over body. So guys, here is my 20-day stomach. Let me show you. This is what we got going on. Pretty good. Looking pretty good. I've got still a little bit of pooch. And again, because I'm older, I think the elasticity in my stomach isn't as good, so I've got a lot of this. But again, I'm using the polymers. I highly recommend, again, a lotion that you can use that has, you know, to get the elasticity back within your skin. And what else? That's pretty much it. I stand by taking care of yourself first, and your baby will be happy. The same thing I said all the way through my pregnancy. It really makes a difference. Get out there, get some exercise, and you will lose a lot of weight breastfeeding. Don't kill yourself if you can't breastfeed. Some women can't. And again, taking your meals down to 3 meals a day versus like 6 meals a day. And if you need a snack, yogurt, apple, granola bar, okay? Keep busy, get yourself a hobby to do while the baby's sleeping so that you don't go crazy. And that's pretty much it. All right. Again, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.